Hi, Period 9. You are in great hands today with Mrs. O'Neill. I'm so sorry that I can't be there, but it's actually Period 1 right now. I'm in my office making a quick video for you. So let's jump in and get started. We are going to be doing a gallery walk today. This could be an amazing experience for you. I think that there are a lot of benefits. You'll have some fun with this on a Friday afternoon, or this could go really, really bad if you do not pay attention to the directions. So I hope that everyone is paying attention right now. So let me walk you through this. A gallery walk is where students walk around the room and you pause to closely examine the work of your peers. It's very much like being in an art gallery. You're quiet. You are not saying like, yo, come here, check this out, right? You are quietly walking around the room and looking at exhibits, right? Which will be your peers' reader's notebook. Now, we're trying to keep the notebooks anonymous. So right now, I'm going to ask you to, in just a moment, pause this video and you're going to do the following. You're going to notice that readers' notebooks are in the back of the room and there are 2 Post-it notes on everyone's readers' notebooks. Okay, so you're going to take your reader's notebook. 1 Post-it note has a number on it. 1 Post-it note is completely blank. Okay, you're going to take the Post-it note with a number on it and you're going to use that as a bookmark. And you're going to place that somewhere inside of your reader's notebook that is like acting as a bookmark to show which page do you want your peers to look at. Which page do you think that you have done so far this year that demonstrates your best work? And you're going to use the Post-it note with a random number that I have assigned to you, and that will serve as a bookmark on that page. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to do. Second thing is take the blank Post-it note, put it on the cover of your notebook to cover your name. Nobody needs to be peeking at which notebook belongs to which student while we are going through this experience. Okay. The other thing is at your desk, in addition to your notebook, you should have out your Chromebook. Don't turn it on yet, but those are the 2 things that you should have out. No water bottles, no independent reading books, nothing else right now. So pause the video and please do those couple things. All right, so moving along here, I'm going to share with you, I should say, a document that's in Google Classroom. But I want you to know that when you approach someone's reader's notebooks, because again, you're going to be spreading these out around the room, and you're going to be walking from one to the other. You get to decide which one that you want to go to next. We're not doing this as like musical chairs or something. You're on your own time. Evaluate them as you will. And you'll only get to do 3 this period. This is what you're looking for. One category is content. Is all content properly labeled? So in other words, when you are looking at a page, is there a title at the top? Is there a heading of some sort? Do you know what you're looking at? Maybe if there's not, at least the first sentence or something like gives you an indication of what this entry is all about. Number 2, is there elaboration when necessary to explain ideas? We talked about this a lot yesterday. Is content vocabulary included? Like, are they including those specific terms if it's relevant to what they're writing about, like climax or rising action or setting, etc.? Now, creativity, it's possible that they didn't do any of these things. That doesn't make it a bad entry. It's just something to consider. So are the drawings or diagrams meaningful to the task? Again, if they don't have any, that's okay. Does the task demonstrate effort and consistency? Was color used to help the reader better understand a concept? So this is what you are evaluating them on. You're not going to evaluate them on you have really sloppy handwriting or anything else that is unrelated to the criteria here. All right. In a moment, I'm going to ask that you open up this new assignment in Google Classroom. You will find that it is a large slideshow that only period 9 students will be using. You all have a slide with your name on it. In fact, let me go to the period 9 gallery walk slideshow. Here it is. The first slide is just like what I was showing you a moment ago. And then each slide after it, if I scroll through some of these, you could see that your names are on them. So let me try to explain this to you real quick. Let's pretend I'm Julian. So Julian found his name on top of the slide. I already typed in all the names for you, okay? Julian now is only going to stay on this slide. He's not allowed to go to slide 7, slide 19. He's staying on the slide. When Mrs. O'Neill tells you to, you're going to take your Chromebook and you're going to walk around the room where all of your readers' notebooks have been spread out on different desks. And you're going to get up, and Julian gets to choose a desk that he would like to peer at the work that is designated by the bookmark. So he opens up the reader's notebook. He's not looking at the name. He looks to see where the bookmark is, and he looks at the page. He reads the entry. Using the criteria that we just went over, he begins to fill out one of these. So first he'll fill in here the student number, whatever number was given on that Post-it note. Maybe he's looking at student number, it says 11. So he'll type in 11 right here. And then he will explain one thing that they did well. Again, I don't want you to get too fancy with this. Stick to the criteria that is on slide number 1. Then explain one thing that they should work on for the next entry. So maybe is there something more that they could have done? Maybe they needed to elaborate a little bit more. Maybe you're thinking that if they did add some color to highlight some of the key words, maybe some of the story elements, that would have been more visually appealing and easier to understand. So Julian spends a few minutes, just a couple of minutes, examining that first student's reader's notebook, and then he doesn't have to wait for the teacher to tell him to move on. There is no timer. Automatically, he will move on to another available desk in the room. He will, again, repeat the process. Type in that student number and fill in the 2 gold boxes. And he will again do that for a 3rd round. When he's finished, he's going to go to his desk. All right, let me pause here for a moment. Here's how you guys are going to be assessed on this assignment. This is a giveaway, easy quarter 1 grade. This is the rubric in Google Classroom. This is a gift. You will probably never see this again. So easy. All that you have to do is remain on task for the entire activity. If Mrs. O'Neill leaves me a name and says that so-and-so was being disruptive, so-and-so was fooling around, so-and-so was not focused, you're losing credit. Feedback. If you provide feedback, as I just instructed you to, using the document in the gold boxes, and it is relevant and accurate, you will earn full credit. If you start to write down things or type things that are not relevant, that are not accurate, that you're not using that slide number 1 with the criteria that I just told you to use, things like sloppy handwriting, like that has no place here at all. So stick to the criteria. This will be a very easy grade for you. So you're going to go back to your desk, and I will allow you to scroll through the rest of the period 9 gallery walk slides. You might be curious, if you know that your reader's notebook is like notebook number 9, you can look and see where number 9 pops up on someone else's slide. And I'd like you to take a peek at the feedback. That doesn't mean that you start yelling across the room, "Hey, Brady, I see, look, you did mine." Just zip it, pretend that you are in a museum, don't talk about it, but you can start to scroll through. I want to make this very clear. I can see every single person's keystroke on this document. So no one's going to fool around and type in hello and try to be silly or cute, or type in, X, Z, Y, 5, 7, and then delete. I can see that. So don't do it. All right? I'm taking a risk here by having all of you on one document. You need to use it properly. So when you go to your desk, you take a peek at what some other people have said about your work. Just take it as constructive criticism. You're not going to respond at all, but then close your Chromebook after a few moments and then move on to independent reading. Okay? That's it. It's pretty simple today. This activity, the gallery walk, should not take the full period, and then you move on to independent reading. So I hope that you guys enjoy this today. It's a chance to kind of get up out of your seat, walk around a little bit. Have a great weekend. Please read over the weekend. Bring home your books, and I will see everybody on, I almost said Monday, Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Bye.